Namaste. Namaste, good evening, Sat Sri Akal, Adab. I hope everybody is doing fine. And yes, we have a lot of entertainment going on Indian television these days. A lot of entertainment is happening in the name of debate. It started from where and where has it landed? And it's funny to see. It's a non-ending debate because everybody is up to proving themselves as right. And if everybody is right, then who's wrong? Then why is there a debate and why is there a fight? If everybody wants peace and positivity and love, then what is the fuss all about? I just remember when the Britishers invaded India and they ruled over India, they saw the very crux that India lacked one thing commonly, and that was unity. We have so much of diversity that we used to be always proudly saying that we are very much democratic and very much together. We are united, we are equal in diversity. But can we say the same thing in today's scenario? That's the big question. So why am I discussing this on my yoga page? Why am I talking about this on the yoga page? Well, in the growing challenging scenario where everybody thinks that they are right and they are on the side of love and positivity, then my question is, if you have love, if you have positivity within you, if you have a sense of equality within you, why are you afraid of the haters? It could be anyone. It could be the right wingers, it could be the left wingers. Why, when at any point of time anybody comes to this threshold to react, then why does that situation arise that you have to prove that you are positive and the opposite person is negative? I mean, if I'm a positive person, I don't have to prove anybody negative. I'm going to be who I am. There is no compulsion or desperation to prove someone else negative. I don't know where this self-promotion all started from, this self-boasting. This is all part of marketing, politics, compulsive media, where you're trying to show a particular person as a celebrity, a particular person as a hero in the eyes of millions and trillions, and everybody sits back and observes that day in and day out and makes them, a big character in their mind. And one fine day, when the faith shatters, everything starts, crumbling down. So why does that happen? Why are we so much investing our energy on another entity that all of a sudden we become dependent? Our positivity, our way of handling our emotions, our thoughts is all influenced by another entity or a certain group of people. That shouldn't happen. That's not health. That's not the idea of being healthy. The idea of being healthy is to be independent. The idea of being healthy is to see how good are my karmas, what do I invest on a regular basis? How do I train my mind? How do I conduct myself in day-to-day life? And how I operate things on a regular basis. My words, my thoughts, my actions are pretty much the proof and the evidence to say how positive and how loving and how peaceful I am. I don't have to shout and scream to prove myself that I'm a peaceful and positive person. I don't even have to prove myself right. I just have to be who I am. So there's a big question. If everybody starts debating with one another, arguing with one another, saying I'm right, you are wrong, then how does that make you right? The moment you are trying to prove someone else wrong. If you think you are right, good enough, move on. When there is a compulsion to prove someone else wrong, that is politics. And that is something alarming, because if a large chunk of people get into this, or large chunk of people sit silent also, that is an indication that, in yoga we use a term called tamasic energy. If you're ignorant, if you're unaware, and if you're just witnessing violence happening or incorrect things happening, and if you're just going to sit silent and quiet, you're still going to be invaded, you're still going to be ruled over. Don't do that. Or else, get into spirituality, surrender yourself completely to faith, and understand that this world does not operate by human mind. There is something much above that, and that is faith. Again, it is connected with human mind, of course, because it is the human mind that is the tool that connects with the faith. It's not out of context. But the purity that we all have within us, and that we will be able to touch only the purity is the faith I am referring to right now. Okay, because when you connect with your faith, with your individual God, it is the pure, that's what we call soul. And a lot of intellectuals still do not believe in the idea of this concept of soul and this concept of God. Well, there's one thing, I don't believe either that you should follow something blindly, but there is some sort of personal investigation one needs to do. If you assume, and if you consider that assumption as a fact, that it is only what I see, I hear, I observe, I feel is the truth and nothing beyond that, then obviously you are operating very mechanically. You are operating like a robot. Now, when you feel angry, love, sad, etc., etc., that means you're not a robot. That is the difference. You're a human. You have feelings, you have emotions. So the emotion faculty or the feeling faculty is not connected with this, it's connected with this. And what is this connected with? Now, this is a physical heart I'm referring to, but I'm not, metaphorically, I'm not talking about the physical heart. I'm talking about the mind. The mind comprises of the heart as well. Mind is not an organ. Mind is not brain. Mind comprises of everything. The thoughts, the cognitive processes, as well as the feelings. That's what mind is. So, the faculty of the heart or the feelings are never wrong. Okay? What you feel is what you feel. You cannot manipulate that. You cannot alter that. You cannot. I mean, people who do that, whatever their intentions are, but a normal human being, okay, if you feel that, we are all humans and we need to treat others the way we want to be treated. If you understand this basic karma philosophy, then I guess the whole idea of being frightened and trying to defend yourself should be dropped. Only one thing should be considered, and that is faith. That is surrender to nature, surrender to the universe, and that's it. Nothing beyond that. It is very important to connect with this purity in today's time. I was listening. I normally don't give reference to for any particular religious or spiritual orators or uh, entities in my talks, in my videos. But I was watching a video of Sadhguru where very few people have actually watched it. It's very sad, and it's a very basic, it's a common sense thing. What is democracy? A lot of people are having absolutely no idea. There are rebels born in each and every family today. Basic idea of democracy is you bow down to the authority that you have chosen to be the prime minister of your particular nation. Well, if you think that your ideology does not match with their ideology, work hard and come up to that position. It's that simple. What's the fuss? Why to be so ill-mouthed? You don't agree with certain things, that's another question. That's another thing. But when you descend your language, when you descend your ideology, when you descend your, you compromise on your own values and you start, making a, you start grouping with people that your ideology does not even match only for the sake of gaining power. I think Charlie Chaplin said this, that love is enough to get anything done in the world, in life. You don't need power for that. And that's so true. People craving for power and hungry for power is a big question mark. In the name of being liberal, in the name of being democratic, your whole test is, fine, how positive are you in every situation? It's easy to be positive when everything is going right with you. Show your positivity when things are not conducive enough. That's what a common person does. That's what an ordinary middleman struggles in his life, all his life. Don't complain. Be grateful for whatever you get, whether good or not good. Stay positive in every condition, in any circumstances. Why complain? So the question is, are we selling off ourselves in the name of atheism, in the name of liberalism? Are we inviting third party to take advantage and invade over us again? I'm not trying to threaten, come on. It's just a wake-up call. We all need to ask ourselves that question. If we think we are right, then what's the whole fuss about? Why there is a debate? Why do we have to call someone else wrong? If we are right, just quietly do the right things. Simple. You don't have to throw stones at others. Anyone. It could be just anyone. And the basic law says, Like if I live with my parents or I live with my husband, if I have agreed to have a family, a relationship, and there's one person who decides, okay, I'm going to be the authority, I'm going to take responsibility, major responsibility of XYZ, that doesn't stop you from doing your duties. You can also do your duty, not to just gain power or control over the house, over the whole thing, but you realize that yes, that's your karma, you have to do it. Why do we get into the tug of war? I have to be more powerful, so I will show extra work. I will try to show that I can do so much. What exactly are we aiming for? We need to check our motives. We need to check our intents. This message is not just for Indians, it is globally for everyone, because it's a common phenomena all around the world. It's not just in one country or one particular place, anywhere in the world. Why yoga and spirituality is so important in today's time. I chose to be an atheist for a very long time. And I chose to be an atheist not because I wanted to deliberately or I hated the concept of God. No, that was not my idea. My idea was to search in my own manner what exactly is the concept of God and how does it exist. So I had a question. I did not go with an assumption. Okay, whenever you are trying to find out, you're doing an experiment. Okay, the science, the basic concept, the basic protocol is that you start with a hypothesis. You don't start with assuming and considering that assumption as a fact. If you're going to be so rigid in your ideas and you're going to consider the assumption only as a fact, how are you going to get answers to anything? You're not God. If you are God, then try to move the nature, try to stop the storms, try to stop the corona, try to stop everything that is unnatural. Try to control the nature. If you can't do that, then you better not think that you are God, and then question that what is the concept of God and where is it? Is God idol worship? Or it's the faith that we carry in our mind. It's a sacred place, it's a sacred spot of our mind. Just like in materialism, we understand the needs of our body in various ways. We need to understand that we are something beyond the body as well. What are the needs of the mind? And how vast is the mind? And if mind is a tool and body is a tool, what is it meant for beyond doing all these gymnastics and calisthenics and yoga that people are stuck with? They are mentally stuck with understanding that only jumping and doing all sorts of circus is yoga. That's not yoga. That's certainly not yoga. What is yoga? We need to question. The basic definition of yoga is union of body, mind and soul. If you don't believe in soul, you need to interrogate. Yes, you need to take out time. Take out time from acting mechanically and running constantly behind acquiring material desires. Because limited needs can give you everything to be self-sufficient. It's just that your mind does not know to put a full stop. There's always a comma. So your focus is always extrinsic, outside. There's nothing to worry about. Seriously, what is going on around right now outside? What is more to worry about was going on inside. यहाँ पे सब कुछ ठीक है तो लाइफ में सब कुछ ठीक है. यहाँ पर गड़बड़ी है, यहाँ पर इंटेग्रिटी नहीं है तो सब कुछ गड़बड़ है. Simple. Do tell me how you like this video. I couldn't have made it more candid. And yeah, speaking right from my heart. There's no compulsion or aversion towards any group. I have love for everyone. Even if people talk anything about me really does not matter. How I think about myself and feel about myself, that's what matters at the end of the day. So, yes, they'll say, I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me online. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for all your lovely feedback and reviews, and keep writing to me until we meet again. Namaste. Do take very good care of yourselves. Stay positive, stay smiling, stay loving.